Today's topic is how top real estate agents manage money for maximum profit. Let me introduce myself. My name is Yun Zhang. I've been helping small business owners and self-employed professionals with their tax and accounting for 24 years. I have the privilege of working with a diverse client base. Just to name a few, they include lawyer, dentist, real estate agent, and photographer. Some online entrepreneurs like bloggers, affiliate marketers, and also some e-commerce entrepreneurs like dropshipper and Amazon FBA sellers. Because of my unique experiences, I think I'm pretty qualified to present the topic today. All right, let's get started. Over the years, I have met many real estate agents, and very often they tell me that they feel broke all the time, despite closing many real estate deals during the year. They always feel like they cannot expand or hire more help because they just don't have the budget for that. Or they always don't have the cash ready to pay their taxes when the time comes. But do you know what most top producing real estate agents do to stay financially successful? They all have a system that allow them to stay ahead of the ball on their finances and make smarter choices. And part of that system involve having a full service CPA. So if you're tired of feeling broke all the time, I have good news for you. I'm going to reveal that money management system with you so you can take control of your finances. How should you be managing your finances as an agent? There are two systems to manage your money. The first one is to have a budget. A budget is a blueprint or roadmap of how your business should be performing. It will give you a benchmark of how much you can spend on different category of expenses. So you will know if you overspend or underspend on some important operating expenses. It's also a way to compare your expenses to the industry averages. When we work together, I will show you how your business is performing versus your peers. The second system is to having an updated profit and loss statement throughout the year. A profit and loss statement is a scorecard. It shows you how you do financially. Do you have a profitable business or a money losing business? The key here is updated, not just end of the year. You need to review your profit and loss statement monthly or quarterly and learn to use it to make informed financial decisions. Most agents struggle to get business because they always feel like they can never afford anything. They can't hire help, they can't afford to advertise more, or they can't afford to hire a business coach. So many agents run their business based on how they feel that day or that week. When they feel great, they want to expand their businesses. They want to spend more on Facebook ads, Google ads. But the following week, when they feel down or depressed, they just stop all the marketing campaign because they don't see any results and they don't feel like to spend money. I don't think this is the way to run your business. You know what most successful agents do? They call up their CPA and review their profit and loss statement together. They want to understand the numbers and they want to make logical business decisions based on numbers. And that's why they are successful. Your CPA should be your CFO. For those who don't know the CFO, it's Chief Financial Officer. You need a CPA who not only prepare your taxes once a year, but should also act like a CFO. Tax return information is in the past. You're looking at the rear view mirror. It shows you how your business has done for the last 12 months. But as a business owner, you need to look out in front based on your current profit and loss and the budget. You should talk to your CPA year round and you should review the profit and loss statement monthly or quarterly. This allows you to see where you're at. Are you ahead? Are you behind? and the reason why you're ahead or behind. Then you could make adjustment before the damage is done. Here's what you need in a good CPA. The first thing, he must be a full service CPA, not an end of the year CPA. He should be easily accessible to you. You should always have contact with him. Talk to him. You should feel very comfortable. Pick up the phone talking to him. The second one is he should oversee your payroll and work with your payroll provider like ADP or Paychex. Some of the CPA they don't do payroll, and also some of the agent they don't do their own payroll. They outsource it to a company like ADP or Paychex. So your CPA should be the one that coordinate or oversee the process. Make sure everything is done right, you're paying the people right, and you're not overpaying someone. The third, he should have administrative access to your bank statement and credit card statement so he could update your profit and loss regularly. Fourth, he must help you estimate and pay taxes quarterly. There's no more paying a big lump sum tax just once a year. As you all know, if you're a top producing agent, you make six-figure commission, $1 million commission, you know you owe big amount of taxes. So the best practices is to pay tax quarterly. So knowing your financial situation is very empowering. Once you begin to meet with your CPA regularly and you know your profit and loss for each month, you can begin to feel more confident and comfortable with your finances. Then you can make empowered decisions to grow your business, have a working budget that helps shape the choices you make, and you will have less fear wrapped around your income and taxes. Part of having a good money management system, you need to have this. You need to have the minimum this kind of bank account. There are a minimum four type of bank account you should have. The first one is business operating account. This is where when your commission check come in, the money coming into your bank account, you leave it there and you use the money to pay all your operating expenses like insurance, accounting, office, such and such. Then by the end of the month, after paying all the operating expenses, you should have extra cash left over. I recommend you don't leave those money in your business operating account. You should transfer a percentage to your investment and savings account. So why having this kind of account? I'm sure some of you are inspired to work to become a house flipper. You've seen some of your top clients, they flipping houses and they make tons of money. Some of you might be inspired to do that. Some of you want to be like your wealthy client. They have rental property for rent, they have multifamily always for rent, and they're earning passive income. You should have money set on the side so when the good opportunity comes for you to buy a rental property or multifamily, you should have the money ready. So one of the mechanisms to do that is to set up this separate profit account and you're building up on it so you will always have money ready. The third type account, tax payment account. We mentioned before, you're supposed to pay tax quarterly. You want to make sure the money is always set aside in this account. So when every 3 months, you will always have the money ready to pay the IRS. The fourth type account, personal household expense account. This is the account where you're going to use it to pay your household bill, like mortgage, tuition for your kids, vacation, such and such. You want to transfer that money out of your business operating account into this account, then you could live off there. As you all know, if you're running your business owner, you're not supposed to use business account to pay personal account. So you need to have two separate accounts to do that. So after reviewing the profit and loss, you and your CPA will come up with a percentage that you could work with and allocate the money, the extra money that sit in the business operating account into all these different accounts. All right. So let's do a case study, and we'll put everything we learned and put it together and see how it works in real life. So Josh Allen, this is I'm using one of my client who's a real estate agent as a case study. I changed his name, and for illustration purposes, I condensed the profit and loss statement, but it will still demonstrate how this money management system works. So the profit and loss statement, we will have actual number, and we will also have a budget number. The budget is something that we sit together, we set up either beginning of the year or every 6 months. We sit down and come up with a budget to make sure this will reflect the goal of the client. So every time we compare these two, it will easily show how we're doing as far as business goes. So in this case, commission income, Josh is way ahead. He's doing well. We budgeted 330,000. He already made 355. He's 24,000 ahead. So Josh is doing well. Another area we always look at is advertising and marketing. He overspent a little bit, 3,700, which is fine. He told me he spent a little bit on Facebook ads and he wants to get more exposure. I told him it's okay. He's way ahead. He's making the money. He can afford to do that, and it's a good thing. Marketing is always a good thing as long as you don't like extremely overspend on it. The second area I highlight is continuing education and travel. I noticed that it's a bit high, and he told me that because he went to a big conference in Orlando. He said there's a topic that he wants to learn, and he feel that it's a good networking event. I told him it's fine. My job is to highlight it. Another area we look at is the office expense. I noticed that he overspent by 5,000, which is pretty significant. And he told me that because he upgraded his camera, he bought a new drone, he bought a new laptop, and he spent a little bit too much here. I said, you know what? My job is to highlight it. If you see that you have a need to upgrade all this equipment to do your work, do it. But just make sure it's within your budget. And I think Josh is fine. He's making his money. He can afford to do this. Another area is the salary for admin. Over here is a little bit over, but I just want to highlight it so that I want Josh to make sure he's not overpaying. He's compared to the average. Just want to make sure it's in line. Nothing to be alarming. We also look at the profit and loss compared to the industry average. I have all this number. I have the industry average number. So if we work together, I will do this same review as well. We'll compare your number to the industry average. Here, same thing. For the month of October, we look at the advertising and marketing. He spent about 12% of his monthly income compared to the industry at 10%. So he's quite in line. He spent a little bit more. And he told me that he spent more on Google Ads, so which is fine. The next area I look at again is salaries. It looks like 10% compared to 12. He's not overpaying. Compared to the industry average, he's doing okay. He's not overpaying. Total expenses. His total operating expense at 33%. The industry is 30%. So we're quite in line. He's doing fine. Then we look at the net profit margin. Net profit margin, his is 60%, industry is 55%. So he is above the average. So Josh is doing very good. I told him to keep up the good work. He's very profitable. Then remember we talked about the 4 banking account that we got to set up. This is how it works. Every month after paying all the operating expenses, here the net income is your excess cash that's sitting in the operating account. Then we work together, we come up with this percentage that he could work with. By the end of the month, I advise him to transfer 15 to 20% to the profit account, and he's been building up. We'll put 20 to 30% to the tax account that he's building up, that he could afford to pay taxes quarterly. Then he will put aside 40 to 50% for his personal living expense. Then he will transfer it. After all this transfer, he will still have some left over in the operating business account, which is fine. I want you to have about 2 to 3 months of operating expense account build up as emergency fund. As you know, your business is very seasonal, so you always want to have a little bit of cushion there to be able to pay your operating expenses. So this is how it works. I hope this case study clearly shows you the system. I'm offering a 30-minute free consultation. This is an opportunity for us to get together to talk about what you just learned. If you have any more questions, if you're interested of having me implementing this for your business, the 30 minutes free consultation is no obligation. It's a way for us to get to know each other. During this review, if you want me to quickly take a look at your tax return, to review your profit and loss, look at your cash flow, it's a great time for us to meet and talk. My full contact information is here. You can call me, email me, and we'll set it up and we'll go from there. All right, guys, thank you so much for spending the time. Thank you so much.